What's up, you guys? Happy Sunday. August the 23rd, 2020. It is August the 23rd. Whoa, I heard myself there. It is not only Sunday, and right now my Chicago White Sox are once again beating up on the Chicago Cubs. I'm not gonna go there. I don't want to get everybody so mad. There's a lot of people in this world are Cubs fans. Unfortunately, and I don't understand why. I think you guys need to all get your heads examined. But you know what? Every blind squirrel finds a nut. White Sox are winning. Woo woo! 1-0. Top of the sixth. But all that stuff aside, I am Stephen Muehlhausen of DAZN, and more importantly right now, I am the host of the Walkway to Fight Club. SummerSlam is here, the Summer Spectacular of pro wrestling, as the WWE tries to claim every year, goes down in a few short hours from now at the Thunderdome in beautiful Orlando, Florida, the home of Mickey Mouse. And I gotta say, before we even get into this, the Thunderdome looked pretty cool. Not gonna lie. But for everyone that is watching on Facebook, like the post, but more importantly, follow the page, like the page, and also if you're watching on YouTube, even if you're watching on Facebook, this is also live on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel and also like the video as well. SummerSlam is here in a few short hours. I thought, you know what? I was going to do this preview this morning. And I'm like, you know what? The big show, the pre-show, who cares? This is the real pre-show. Let's just be honest. Let's be realistic. And let's be honest. Who wants to watch Kayla Braxton? Actually, there is a reason to watch today. It is Renee Young's final day with the company. And I bet she can't wait to get the heck out of there. Because I personally don't blame her. I would want to get out as well of that godforsaken cesspool. But hey, what do I know? I know people say, oh, you're being mean to WWE. No, we're just being honest. Let's call it like we see it. We're being honest with ourselves. She's getting out of a cesspool, and God bless her. SummerSlam goes down. God, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 4 Pacific on the WWE Network, and also on pay-per-view. My Dish Network sent me a nice little reminder. Hey, Steve, don't forget. And I'm like, man, just to crap on WWE, I should just order off of that. Why not? I have no offense to WWE. Actually, you know what? Yes, offense to WWE. Because for the crap they've been giving us, I don't want to see it. I still haven't even finished watching TakeOver. I was busy covering UFC and boxing last night, but from what I've heard, a big congratulations to Karrion Kross, the NXT Heavyweight Champion, and then also a big congratulations, Our in Order, Damian Priest, which I did see. Damian Priest won the North American title. I don't know how to feel about SummerSlam. Like, it doesn't feel like a big SummerSlam Sunday. You can get a little excited. You know, you get ready to have the buddies over. I don't feel no buzz for this at all. I don't feel anything. Don't feel a thing. I don't know why I don't feel anything. I don't know if it's because of the pandemic. I don't know if it's because, let's just be quite honest, there's hardly anything on this show that is getting me excited. It's not. Let's just be honest. If we're being honest with ourselves. Really nothing here that screams, hey, let's watch SummerSlam. if you're getting excited, it's hard because the world is so different right now. There's no fans in arenas. WWE's going all out with this Thunderdome and everything under the sun, and it's hard to get really jazzed for this. It's really hard to get excited. But I also have another theory on why there's really no buzz. And I think this is in all honesty, I think this is the correct assumption. The card just isn't exciting. It doesn't get me going. It doesn't get the juices. Like, man, I got to call all my friends and I got to order the pizzas and the pops and the beers and make me want to put it on the projection. And it doesn't get me excited. And this is all because of creative. Creative is done beyond Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. And Sasha Banks and Asuka and Bayley and Asuka, I have no reason to want to watch this show. Because let's be honest, the rest of this show isn't very damn good. And that just, in all honesty, falls on creative. Falls on a 74-year-old man who doesn't know right from left. A 74-year-old man who is very out of touch. And look at what it does, and it affects the product. It makes these talents look like complete crap. And that sucks. Totally sucks. I feel bad for all of this talent. Because they're at the whim, in my own mind, an incompetent old man. Yes, I'm talking to you, Vince McMahon. You are very incompetent. And I know people are going to tell me, come on, Steve. Be nice. You're being a little too hard on WWE. How am I going, and I've gotten this before. How am I going too hard on WWE? I don't think I've gone hard enough. This product's hard to watch. I fast forward through a lot of stuff on Monday and Friday because it's unbearable. It's hard. But I watch it because it's my job, not just for the podcast, but also for DAZN and sporting news. I haven't written a pro wrestling thing since I've been back. Because everything I'm going to write about is going to be negative. And by the way, a cheap plug, go to sportingnews.com after this video preview. The senior editor for combat sports at DAZN and Sporting News, Andreas Hale, great interview with Seth Rollins. Goes into where's Austin Theory, the expectations of facing someone who's never had a match. I think that's something that really, they're really kind of that we need to talk about here as well. But let's, you look at the card, and we'll just go right into it right now. We'll begin with Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. This originally was a hair versus hair match. This build has been great. They haven't done, and I forget, I'm also looking forward to this match as well. I forgot this match was on the show. But they've done a great job with Mandy, and they've done a very good job with Sonya. But now with everything that happened, it seems like, from what I've been told, it seems like for everything that went on with Sonya Deville last week, thankfully her and Mandy Rose are okay in a home invasion in Florida. And hopefully that scumbag stays in jail and doesn't get out anytime soon. Hopefully she's going to be okay mentally, because and I give her a ton of credit. She's going back to work. Not a lot of people I would know would be going back to work. And people I've talked to there, a lot of the female talent's on edge. I don't blame them. These women are famous. People may think, oh, it's pro wrestling, you're not famous. BS. These women are more popular than women in the WNBA and women's soccer, and NWSL, women's soccer. These women are extremely popular. And it seems like Sonya is going to be taking a break here. And I can't really blame her. From what I've been told, this is the reason they pivoted. Because she's going to take some time off. So I see nothing but Mandy Rose going over here. I think this is going to be good. Because Sonya Deville is real. God, I'm loving everything Sonya Deville has been doing lately. She's been one of the few bright spots. Overcoming the incompetency of Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard. Sonya Deville's really stood out to me since the pandemic started. Been really impressed with her character. And it's just unfortunate for everything she's going through right now. So I think Sonya Deville gets it done. That's what I think Mandy Rose gets it done. And Sonya Deville takes care of herself, not just physically, but more important, mentally. That's a big traumatic thing that just happened in her life. So I really couldn't blame her if she was like, hey, I need a siesta for a hot minute. And I think that's what's going to happen. And I can't blame her in the slightest bit. U.S. title, Apollo Crews, MVP, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin banned from ringside. Can they make Apollo Crews look any more stupid? Sorry. They've made this guy look dumb. Ever since Paul Heyman's been gone and fired and sent on his way back to New York. Hello, Matthew Galliano from New York. I love New York City, by the way. I miss the Big Apple. They have made this poor guy, since coming back from COVID, look completely stupid. Why is this guy taking pinfalls? He beats MVP to grab both belts, and then we don't see him again. Ooh, WTF. You're a fan watching at home, and this is how everyone needs to view wrestling. View it as a fan. I view it as a fan every single time I watch it. Journalist first, yes. Reporter, yes. But you have to view this as... You have to watch wrestling as a fan. You can't watch it as... That's how I've always viewed watching this. When I do recaps for Sporting News and DAZN, and I do live blogs, and tonight I'm not live blogging, by the way. So this is going to be some fun. I'm going to be drinking beer, and I am going to be watching this show and critiquing this show. A lot of people jumping in, jumping out here. I love it. Thank you, everybody, so much. We're on Facebook Live and we're on YouTube. Watching on Facebook, even if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook.com/Walkway the Fight Club. Like the video, like the page, and also follow the page as well. If you're watching on YouTube, or even if you're just watching on Facebook, just please subscribe to the channel and also like the video. But man, they have really made Apollo look stupid. Why should the champion be constantly losing? I can understand taking a pinfall. But how many pinfalls can this guy take? Good Lord. With the way WWE books, Apollo's got to hold on to the title here. I want to see Apollo want to run. He's doing great on the mic. He's great in the ring. Give this guy some traction here. Please. This isn't asking too much here. I have my theories on why, but that's for another time. But I really think I think a big win here for Apollo, and hopefully, I think this match should be good. Hopefully they give these guys a little bit of time, because MVP's really been stepping up too. I've really been liking MVP since he's been back. So hopefully, it seems like the banning from ringside, Apollo's going to win. Hopefully they get a little bit of time, because I think this match can be really good. Let's go Raw Tag Team titles. The Street Profits versus Andrade and Angel Garza with the lovely and the beautiful Zelina Vega. Who right now is better? Zelina Vega. Woo-wee. In a good way, ladies and gentlemen. Dunkin' Donuts coffee will definitely get you through today, especially after a trip to the grocery store. But anyways, if you're going to go to Dunkin' Donuts, caramel, this is what I'm drinking. Caramel iced coffee. Cream only. Sweetened. Sweet like me. This is another one to where, like, let's make the Street Profits look so stupid. And I've seen this match way too many times for my personal liking. I love all four guys. To me, Montez Ford is a future single star in the making. Same thing with Angelo Dawkins. He's very underrated. Andrade. Always been a fan of Andrade. Garza. Oozes charisma. Reminds me of a very young Eddie Guerrero. I don't know what they do. It smells like a title change. I hope they do. I want to see Andrade and Garza get a little bit of run, get a little bit of play. But it's one of these things. Another thing, give this match some time. These guys could steal the show. You got four great talents. The storytelling coming in, the poisoning nonsense, and it ended up being Zelina, and it's like, then you have Bianca Belair, wipe out Zelina on a recent edition of Raw. It's like, the poison thing was beyond stupid. That's 1990s hokey nonsense. I don't need to see hokey nonsense. If you want hokey, go back to 1990, the mid-90s, if you want pure and utter nonsense. Given time, four great talents. These guys got to get at least 15. There's enough time in the show. There's only 8 matches on this show, if my math is correct. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 matches on this show. Hopefully these talents get a little bit of time. If you're going 3.5, 4 hours, let's give these talents a little bit of rub here. But I would go with Andrade and Garza win the tag titles. I think that would be what's best for business. Dominic Mysterio meeting Seth Rollins in a street fight. I will say, and I know people have their opinions on Dominic, but you know what? I've been very impressed with Dominic Mysterio. I know usually everyone's like, oh, I'm going to bash WWE. No, this isn't bash WWE, praise AEW, and Impact and everything else in between. When WWE does some good stuff, I have no problem giving WWE credit. Dominic Mysterio, listening to his pops, and 23 years old, and what a way to have your first match at SummerSlam against one of the best in the business. Seth Rollins has really started to get into a rhythm. I know a lot of people, the heel turn, not his fault, by the way. But Seth Rollins getting a lot of flack, and I don't understand why. He's got some pull, but at the end of the day, like I said before, it's all because of one man, VKM. Seth can only push so hard. But at the end of the day, it's the old man's decision. But I feel like the last 6 weeks, this program, ever since they put Seth with Ray, I really feel like Rollins has really gotten into a rhythm. And I like the Dominic thing. And you look at when we did the SummerSlam 2005 watch along earlier in the week, it's like, man, I really love what they're doing. Because you look at him, 2005, that's a skinny, that's an 8-year-old with a horrible blonde tips. Blonde tips? No, thank you. Thankfully. Well, let's hope Dominic doesn't bring that back down. I know he teased in an interview with ESPN earlier this week. Maybe those blonde. No, please, no, man. I love what you're doing now. Please don't ruin it. We don't need to see the blonde. Me, I like the way he is. I love the beating he sold with the kendo sticks. I talk about taking your lumps. Oh, I like how they went all in on that. You got to sell this. You got to give fans a reason of what. It's all wrestling is, ladies and gentlemen. You give people a reason to watch. That beating Dominic took from Seth and Buddy Murphy, I wanted to see them get their comeuppance. And then you look at the fact they made this a street fight. He doesn't have to do much. punch, kick, throw in a turnbuckle. Maybe you go do a table spot. Maybe you do something in the stands. You can get creative in a situation like this. This was a smart move. First match in, expectations aren't really spectacularly high. Look at Pat McAfee last night. I heard Pat McAfee stole the show. I haven't watched it yet, and I'm going to watch it when we're done. Or when I'm done. So we'll see. But this is a big, big, big match here. How, like we learned with Adam Cole. We learned how great, from what if the Cole McAfee match is what everyone says it is, then Adam Cole did his job, and Adam Cole showed why he's one of the best wrestlers in the world. Seth Rollins has the same opportunity tonight. He's taken an unknown who's never been in a match. Now he's on the big stage. This is a bigger match for Seth Rollins than people realize. The expectations are low for Dominic because it's Dominic's first match. And that's what people got to understand. I'm going to give Dominic a little bit of a hall pass. Seth's really got to carry this here. Can Seth Rollins get it done? Absolutely. Hopefully tonight we see Seth frickin' Rollins. Because if we see Seth frickin' Rollins, this is going to be the match of the show. And by the way, before I should give my pick, I'm going with Dominic. All right, let's get into, we'll go Smackdown Women's title. Bayley against Asuka. Smackdown Women's title. I'm going to try to pretend that Bayley didn't lose in under 2 minutes on Friday. I'm trying to block that crap out of my mind. That's what I mean by horrible booking. Bayley could not look any worse heading into this match. What is WWE doing with Asuka, with Bayley and Sasha now? It's like, oh, they're over. Now we gotta kill them. Why? They've been the two most entertaining things since the pandemic. I watched Raw and SmackDown for Sasha Banks and Bayley. I'm not watching for really anything else. Those are the reasons to tune in. So why are you going to cut this off at the head is beyond me. You have to think in this situation. One of two things is going to happen here. And this is the only way it can go. I know. Good job, Muehlhausen. It's either Asuka walks out with both titles, or Asuka beats Banks. I'm not happy with either scenario. She has to win one of these. If I have to unfortunately go with one, I think she beats Sasha Banks. Let's go into Sasha Banks and Asuka too for the Raw Women's title. It's one of these things to where they put themselves in a corner here. But in a way it works out. You got these are the three of the best women's wrestlers in the world right now. Io Shirai, Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Asuka. Sorry to all you Charlotte Flair fans in the world, but she's out. Hopefully for a little while longer, let these girls get some shine, get the well-deserved rub. But if I'm going to go here, I wish they would go with, I think Banks is going to help Bayley win. And then I think Bayley's going to cost Sasha Banks. That's how I see this going. And pray to God I am wrong. Please, please, oh, please, oh, please, to the Lord, WWE. Do something right for once. I know you're not going to do it. Because your booking philosophy is archaic as archaic can be. You're not going to do the right thing. I'm praying to God. Let Sasha Banks and Bayley walk out with their titles. But you're going to fast track everything like you usually do, not and then let things do a slow build. One of them's going to lose the title. I'm going to go with Banks. Both matches are going to be very good. Now, what they should do is have those matches back to back. Make Asuka tired. Ever go through a brutal war with it? I think what they'll probably do Bayley and I would have to think they're going to do Bayley and Asuka first, and then they'll go right into Banks and Asuka. I would do that. Will they do it? Hopefully, because I think that's just the intelligent thing to do. Everyone bouncing in and out here. I love it. Thank you everyone so much. A lot of people watching on Facebook Live. Leave a reaction to the post, reaction to the video, and also like the Facebook page of the Walkway to Fight Club, and also follow the Walkway to Fight Club Facebook page as well. If you're watching on YouTube, or even if you're just watching on Facebook, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just punch in the Walkway to Fight Club, subscribe, and like the video as well. Thank you so much for everyone that is bouncing in and out and watching. It really does mean a lot. It's greatly appreciated. It's Sunday afternoon. It's 3:40 p.m. Central Time. We're inching closer to WWE Summerslam 2020 from the Thunderdome. God, when Vince said that, I felt so happy and excited. Because it's the one thing Vince McMahon still does, and that really does tickle my fancy. Let's get to the co-main event. Yes, I said tickle my fancy in 2020. If you don't like it, tough. The co-main event, Falls Count Anywhere. Braun Strowman defends the Universal title against the Fiend Bray Wyatt. For everyone also watching, before we get into this, we got some comments here and some questions. Please leave a question, leave a comment, and I promise they will all get answered after the preview. No stone goes unturned here with me, Stevie Muehlhausen, Walkway to Fight Club. That's how I roll here in this situation. I can't believe I said roll. God, I sound old when I say that. Strowman, Wyatt, the WWE, the Universal title is on the line. Braun Strowman as a heel. Where in the hell is this been? Where in the hell has this been? I would have done this a long time ago. They did Braun Strowman no favors in this program. They've done Bray Wyatt no favors either. You've inserted an Alexa Bliss. It really looks like this match is, the build has been, I have no excitement. But the only thing saving this program right now has been, I can't even going to say this, but Alexa Bliss. She's been the best thing in this program. In my opinion, humble opinion. Man. Unbelievable. Who would have thought Alexa Bliss the best thing in this program? Who knew? But I got a theory of how this match is going to go. I think Bliss is going to turn. She's going to come down, turn on Wyatt, and Strowman's going to get the win. That's what I think. I hope I'm right. I don't want to see Bray Wyatt be the WWE champion. Because what I want to see, I wouldn't mind seeing Otis strut his stuff right in and walk out the Universal champion. I posted in the wrong thing. Uh-oh. You know, I don't want to see either guy be the WWE champion. Can't like Otis just come in, cash in, and become the champion? That would be cool. That would be awesome. But they're not going to do that. That would just be too cool. That'd be cool at school. But if I gotta pick, you know what? I'm going to go with that prediction. Bliss is going to turn on Wyatt. She's going to help Braun Strowman. And Braun Strowman retains the Universal title. Hopefully we get an Otis cash in. But I'm not getting too excited about that one. Nah. All right, here is the main event. Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, the WWE title is on the line. This program has been amazing. Amazing. Great job. Both guys here. Drew McIntyre in 2020. He is the MVP of the WWE. Big match after big match, he delivers. He's shown he can be the guy. To me, he should be the guy. You know, it's obvious Roman Reigns isn't the guy. John Cena's gone. Braun Strowman isn't clicking. They had to turn him heel. They fumbled too many times with Bray Wyatt. You could go with AJ, but Drew checks every Vince McMahon checks every tool in the box. Plus, Drew just does. He's that good. He's got the look. He's got the charisma, and he can go. And he can cut a good promo. And Randy Orton, I know Randy Orton's been getting a lot of flack. People are like, oh, the match at WrestleMania sucked. Yeah, that match was too long. But the match at Backlash, very good. I like what we've seen. Randy Orton's been cutting great promos. Especially in this build-up. Look what he did to Ric Flair. That was beautiful. I thought Shawn Michaels did him absolutely no favors. I thought that, I'm not saying kill him, but didn't really do him many favors. But if I look at this match is going to be, this is a good, really good headliner. This has got me emotionally invested. This is why I want to watch the show. This is the main reason why. Yeah, I want to see the women's title matches and Rose and Deville. But this is people watch the show for the main event. How great is the headliner? It's going to be very good. I don't know what way they're going to go here, though. You got a pay-per-view next week. I don't know why they're doing a pay-per-view. Why are they doing Payback next week? My head hurts on that utter nonsense. I sense something not good happening here. I would go with McIntyre retaining. Drew's on a good run right now. I know it's going to be looking like Edge and Orton at Mania, but Orton doesn't need the title. You can do some type of... This is where I would do a goofy finish. But if you're not going to do a goofy... If you're going to do a goofy finish, I can see a DQ finish here. Or it gets you the next week where they rematch next week, and then you can have McIntyre go over. I think the end of this program has to have Drew McIntyre being the WWE champion. Randy Orton doesn't need the title. Orton doesn't need it at this point. It's that old theory, the title makes the man. And the title has really made Drew McIntyre here. If they do not go Drew I think they're going to go DQ. I'm going to go with a DQ finish. I hope I'm wrong, but you do need some type of hook for next week. Maybe Retribution comes in or something. You do some kind of wonky finish. And you have both guys, maybe do a double DQ type of finish, no contest type of thing. But that's where I would go. All right. Before we go, I already read Matthew's comment. I have a huge prediction for tonight. Well, Matthew, what is your prediction? I need to know. Need to know before we get off here. We're going to be getting off here in about 2 minutes. James McCrossan the third. I love when people are the third. Not junior like me. Juniors suck. McCrossan the third. I love it. Do you see any big stars returning tonight, such as Lesnar, Edge, etc.? I haven't heard anything. Edge won't be back yet. Edge won't be back for a few more months. I'm thinking Edge is not going to be back. I'd say between Survivor Series and Royal Rumble. There's no need for him to be back before any time before then. Brock will be back. People keep saying soon, but I'm really well on top of Brock and knowing the people around him. And as of right now, there's no plan to bring him back soon. He's under contract, but at this point, there's no. From what I've been told, the same thing. Maybe Survivor Series, but I would hedge my money on Royal Rumble. But hopefully, I'm wrong. When Brock Lesnar is on TV, it's better television for WWE. But no, there's no other surprises as far as I know. Nick Swing, you think with them deciding to run Payback next Sunday that a lot of matches at SummerSlam tonight will have wonky finishes to set up angles for the pay-per-view next weekend? You do have a pay-per-view next week. Why, I don't know. You're going to get some. I hate that. You really box yourself in a corner. Because a pay-per-view like this is when you should be getting out of programs and starting fresh ones. They're not doing that here. They put themselves in that corner and now they can't. And I hate that. Hate it. Hate it with a passion. So hopefully we're going to get some. I think we see 2 to 3 just really crap finishes. And I hate saying that. Big 4, you need to see decisive finishes and to end the programs and starting new programs. That's always been my theory with big pay-per-views. But I don't think we're getting that tonight. I think we're going to get 2 to 3 wonky finishes. Hey, Matthew, you gave your prediction, my friend. Awesome. Matthew thinks, I think Sonya will win tonight and Otis will cash in and give the case to her to save Mandy from retiring. Sonya cashes in and wins the title. Man, I love that. Matthew, that's a good prediction, man. Sonya will win tonight. Interesting. You know what? That's not a bad idea. So you're okay. I can get behind that, Matthew. That's good booking there, my friend. Good job. I love it. Awesome. That is a great prediction. I love questions like that, guys, and comments like that. Awesome. Well, that is going to wrap it up for the WWE SummerSlam 2020 preview and prediction show. If you were watching on Facebook Live, just like the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Walkway to Fight Club. Please like the channel. Not channel. Like the page, follow the page, and give a reaction to the video in the post. Watching on YouTube, youtube.com/Steve Muehlhausen MMA. Gotta get that change. And YouTube's giving me an extremely hard time on that. So, or just search The Walkway to Fight Club. Please like the video in the post, and also subscribe to the channel. A lot of cool stuff already up. My video on why I think the Velveteen Dream should be canned from WWE is doing very well. I know a lot of you guys are very unhappy with me that said that, but that's how I honestly feel about it. I think he needs to be fired. He is a pedophile, and it was good to see him not win the North American title last night. We also have a YouTube page. I said a Twitter page, at Walkway Fight. Also, we're on Instagram, Walkway to Fight Club in lowercase letters. I'm trying to think of is there anything else I need? Oh, I'm on Twitter, at Muehlhausen JR. We will be back tonight. Daryl Rivera will join me. He's had a really bad headache, so I went solo on this escapade today before we get the preview show starting in a few minutes. So awesome. So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes here and you can go watch the pre-show. But you can also, we will be back tonight at the end of SummerSlam. There will be a recap and review of the show. Thank you so much for everyone watching. It means so much to me. This is Steven Muehlhausen, and I'll talk to you guys later.